How's it gaming? I'm Fill in the Blanks and welcome to Super Mario Galaxy. Released originally in 2007 for the Wii, this is the Switch 1 and 2 version. Super Mario Galaxy is frankly one of the best Mario games out there, and it is our main Mario game this year, just in time for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which as of the airing of this on YouTube, it is out in theaters, though while I'm taping, it is not out yet, but I am very excited about it. Create a game, follow this planet, yes. We're choosing Mario, it doesn't really matter. It's weird how Luigi is not one of the selectable icons. I wouldn't be surprised after you beat the game, maybe you unlock them down, will be Mario. It doesn't really matter. You'll never see the screen again on this Let's Play. Regular mode, of course. Of course. There he is. There's our game file, which is just a very blank looking Mario head. There he is. Look at him. So blank. Play this file. Let's do this. Let's jump in there. Every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies above the Mushroom Kingdom. The comet was so large one year, it filled the skies and sent countless shooting stars raining down. I love that picture of Toad and Toadette. I think that's really, really adorable. Toadette's like my favorite, tertiary character in Mario. The Toads brought the shooting stars to the castle, where they became a great power star. It should have been a very happy time for the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. Except, let me guess, Bowser? Probably Bowser. That was the night of the Star Festival, held once every 100 years to celebrate the comet.
Dear Mario, I'll be waiting for you at the castle on the night of the Star Festival. There's something I'd like to give you. From Peach.
It's still weird for me to hear full-on paragraphs from a Mario character. Though that being said, it's been done before. Peach had a whole thing to say at Mario 64's opening too, so tradition, I guess. This is Mario Galaxy, one of the two 3D Mario games for the Wii. Like I said, we're playing the Switch version, and for tradition's sake, I am playing this on the Joy-Con, so we're kind of mimicking the Wii remote. You can see my little cursor going around. In the original Wii version, it used the infrared sensors. In this, it uses the gyrometer. So it can sometimes get a little wonky and calibrated badly, but if you ever are like, oh, what am I doing now? It's kind of wonky. Just press the R button, boink, it kind of recenters you, which I do like. I think that's a really neat idea. But you can see I'm collecting these star bits by pointing at them, which is really, really cool. It's the major collectible of this game, akin to stars, or not stars, coins in other Mario games, though there are coins in this game as well. But collecting star bits is just really, really fun to just grab. You can also shoot them out. So you'd be like, hey, you, take that, hit that. Just bother people, because, you know, it's fun to bother people. You're gonna want a lot of them. Anyways, once we get right here, a little story here. Oh my goodness, wow, he's just right there. Blowing the hell out of the Mushroom Kingdom, my goodness. It's actually kind of cool that we get this little cinematic, because you don't really get to ever see the siege by Bowser, you know what I mean? A lot of Mario games take place directly after Bowser has done his evil thing. So it's actually kind of cool to see that Mario is actually fairly useless in this. Like, he's there, he could be preventing this, but no, Bowser gets away with it. I mean, obviously then the game and adventure starts, but I always find that kind of interesting, because you never know if Mario's there when Bowser kidnaps Peach. And in this game, you know, he is. He's not able to really stop it. There's Peach, hugging a Luma for some reason. I don't really know why she's got a Luma right there, but cool, I guess. Lumas are another major player of the Super Mario Galaxy games, and a fan favorite in the movies, at least in the first one. Yeah, there's Bowser. He looks great. He already looked great in Sunshine, but this was like the next big 3D evolution for him, and he looks fantastic. Princess Peach, you are formally invited to the creation of my new galaxy. Wow, you Toad guards are awful at your job. This festival's over. I like how you get to see Bowser using his magician or wizard or sorcerer powers or whatever, because in the original manual, Bowser's a magic user. Obviously he's a big brute, a physical brute, but I like that he still does have magical abilities, so you get to see it a little bit there, plus that awesome UFO. Here we go, everything, panic and fear, panic and fear. I love this Toad, that's really funny. Guys, wake up, it'll be fine. Mario's here. And again, a cute little thing that I really, really enjoy. We're going to go straight over to the castle here. And right across this bridge, right here, is the little hub area of Mario 64. This is where the little pipe would pop up. You can run around here. Now, mind you, you can just cut against the grass here, but the waterfall's right there. And yeah, it's Mario 64. The bridge, I guess, is closed. It's torn down. It's kind of weird, but okay. All right, there's Peach up there. Help me, she screams, and we will help her because we're Super Mario. We can't let Bowser get away with this. But yeah, I love that. Just, again, oh, the bridge is there in the cinematic. Interesting. I wonder why they changed that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They want to make sure you're not, like, doing nothing forever. They want you to continue the story. I like this game because the story is long enough to be a real story, but it's not so long like Mario Sunshine where it just takes way too long to get playing the game a little bit, so oof. Plus it's just fun to see, like, the Wii wasn't that much more powerful than the GameCube, but it was parts like this where like, oh, you know what, this is not bad. Pretty good, Nintendo. Nintendo usually is really good at getting the most out of their consoles, though, even if they are very underpowered most of the times. I also like how you just get to see Bowser steal away Peach's castle. Because in Paper Mario, he did something similar, but he used what was it, the Star Rod or whatever, to, like, grab it from below with his flying castle. This one's a little bit more reasonable, I guess. The ship's taking him away. And it's kind of cool, you get to see, I wouldn't say Earth, but whatever, the planet that you exist on in the Mario games. You see how not very big the world is, considering you can see the festival from here, so still very cool. Mario's like, I guess I can breathe in space. But I mean, he's been into space before in Mario games. Specifically Mario Land 2. Where he did have an astronaut suit, so I don't know. So long, enjoy your flight. Hi, Kamek. You have a very weird voice. In the movies, they make you sound like an old man, which I think makes sense. Considering I think this comic is the same comic that is in the Yoshi's Island games, so. Well, Mario, you messed up. Off we go. Oh, wow. I guess Bowser has interstellar flight. That's pretty cool. So despite the fact that you landed back on, like, your regular planet, that is not where, apparently, Mario ends up landing. Oof, you can really see, like, the hands and legs kind of cutting through each other when you see this in HD. Because the Wii was in HD. It's 480p, I think, at max, so you couldn't really see a lot of that stuff, but now you really can. Oh, a bunny. Finally, you're awake. Let's play. Okay. So here's your little tutorial area. Mario Galaxy is, of course, set in space, and a lot of the areas are circular, or I guess spherical, planetoids. So gravity plays a big deal in this, so having this little area here kind of, you know, show you a safe spot to use your controls and stuff makes sense. You want something like that. Oh, and there's some more bunnies. I also like how there are bunnies. Bunnies are a throwback to Super Mario 64 with Mips the rabbit, because that was what they used in Super Mario 64's development to play around with moving around in 3D space. So whenever you see like a bunny or a rabbit in Mario where you're chasing after them, it's a callback to Mario 64's development. I think it's really cool. Let's play hide and seek. If you catch all of us, we'll tell you about where you are. If you catch all of us, we'll let you play the game. And off they go. And again, a nice safe spot where you cannot die. Just look around so you can look at the grass, and bam, there's one of them. Take some time to grab some star bits if I get a moment or two. They're not super hard to grab, but they do curve really fast, so you caught me. Well, that was easy. Turns into a Luma. Oh, bad camera angle. I knew I should have hidden in the crater. In the crater, you say? Well, let's go to the crater. Where is a crater? Seriously. Oh, there we go. Jump right in there. We're fine. We'll go right through the planet. That's not the crater they were talking about, though, apparently. Then there's another one. We'll explore Mario's jumps and moves in a second. I just kind of want to... There we go, right here. So we'll jump in. You're apparently fine and safe, and there goes the bunny. And I like how if he gets too far away from you, there's like a beam of light showing you kind of where they are, so you can catch them. You're not wandering around forever. Come here, you. Don't. You're surprisingly fast. There we go. You caught me! Boop. Lumas are cute, I like them. Ah, if only I had hidden in the pipe. In the pipe. Pipes were not a big thing in Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine. Not to say that there weren't any, but there wasn't a lot of them. So it's cool to see them in this game, and they're very easy to maneuver or navigate. You just jump on them, and you'll automatically go down them, so. Right across the whole planet. Let's grab you, last one. Come here, come here, come here. You're being very mean. Ah, damn. There we go. I can't believe I let myself get caught. You sure did. Wow, you caught all of us? Maybe you really can help Mama. Oh, like a very large star woman or rabbit woman? I wonder who Mama is. We all know who it is. I'm just joking around. The birth of one of the most popular Mario characters ever. Sorry about bringing you here so suddenly. We should probably tell you where you are. There's a connection here to deep space far from your lands. We call it the gateway to the starry sky. Mama's waiting up above. Please help her with whatever she asks. And here's a little introduction to the fact that, despite the fact that this is very round and your gravity kind of centers to your feet, here it's just straight up now a regular 3D area, and there's walls and stuff, so it changes the gravity as you move around. And that was really unique for the time in 2007. Ratchet & Clank games did it, but not to this extent. Anyways, here we are, the introduction of Rosalina. What a popular character nowadays. And back then we were just like, so is she Peach? She looked almost identical to Peach. Not really, there are differences of course, but you know, there's theories about who she might be and that kind of thing, but it's been 20 years, I don't think Nintendo has anything deep planned for her in that sense. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. My name is Rosalina, or it's Rosetta, I think, in Japan. I watch over and protect the cosmos. To save your special one, you'll need the power to travel through space. Man, she's huge. She's like 7 feet tall. It's crazy. Luma can give you this power. I will entrust you with his care. And we got our little maneuverability gimmick for this game. No flood this time, no water cannon. Instead, we have the ability to spin. You have the ability to spin now. Shake the Joy-Con, or you can also spin with the Y. And it makes a big difference. It's a pretty cool little ability. Disaster has struck us, just as it has visited you. With Luma, I hope you can rescue the grand stars. May the stars shine down on you. Bye. And that's all we see of her. No, I'm just joking. She comes back, obviously. That's all we see of her for now. But the ability to spin is, one, a defensive and offensive capability. So you just do this, or you can press Y if you want to, but I'm so used to the waggling. Last time I played Mario Galaxy was on the Wii, so I'm just used to that. Spin into things that look breakable. You can even spin enemies to stun them. But yeah, so you can break into things like that, but you can also spin in the air. So if you jump off something, you can kind of redirect your like momentum. It's pretty cool. It uses it a lot in this game, and it can also be used for these launch stars. This is a launch star. Shake or press Y when you're near one to shoot through space like a comet. Now go and explore the universe. There are lots and lots of galaxies for you to discover. These are launch stars. They'll send you to the next planetoid. So now we go to this one, which you'll notice has a black hole. We are no longer in a safe area. You can die from this point on. Hi there, good to see you. I have some bad news though. See, I had a launch star all ready for you, but a meteor smashed it up. You can't leave without it, so find all the star chips to fix it. Oh, and be sure not to fall in the black hole. Okay. Black holes scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I liked space as a child, but black holes terrified me. And growing up, like when you're like a kid, you're 7 or whatever, you just, like, you start thinking that black holes are going to be a bigger problem than they end up being. An additional Mario. Just call it a 1-up. That's weird. Sort of like the Bermuda Triangle. Didn't you think the Bermuda Triangle was going to be a much bigger problem growing up than it ended up being? Anyways, these Goombas, which are not regular Goombas, but I think there might be Galoombas, just spin into them. And the reason why the spin is so great is because, well, jumping on an enemy in 3D is already difficult. Jumping on them with the weird gravity is very hard. The spin is to replace Mario's jumping as an offensive ability instead of just a navigational one. It makes sense. There we go, next planetoid. And you can see the kind of different shapes that a planetoid can have as well, which is very, very cool. Up here, hello, how are you? Get me out of here. One of these enemies should have the key. You can shake or press Y to spin them around and make them dizzy. Once they're stunned, just run into them. Yes. These are regular Goombas. Like they said, they'll kind of be stunned and you kind of just walk right into them and kill them. This one had a key. But yeah, I like that as Mario's main offensive capability. It just makes a lot of sense. You can also hit the triangular things to stun nearby enemies, but there's more up there, so thanks. Would you mind rescuing my buddy in that base up there too? I'll transform into a sling star. Just jump into me after I transform. Sling stars are just launch stars, but smaller. A lot of times, a sling star won't even launch you off the planetoid. They'll just kind of launch you up a platform or something. Same thing, you need a key. Spin enemies, they run into them, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's run into this thing. It makes a big shockwave, which will stun nearby enemies. The specific enemy I want to attack is this gigantic Goomba. Holy crap. But you just do this, and you'll just treat them like a normal Goomba. It doesn't matter how big they are. Bam. And make sure to, like I said, pick up those star bits when you can. I apologize for the cursor being on the screen as we play, but if you ever watch someone play Mario Galaxy, that's just going to be a thing that happens. It's just part of the game. You're going to have to deal with it, so hurry, down here. Okay. And now we get to see, I wouldn't say inverse gravity, but now we get to see, like, inverse sphere. Now we're on the inside with gravity pushing us outward. We've been waiting for you. Whoa, what the hell? That's a Grand Star. We have to save it. Alright, I'm Mario, so what I do. They're using the Grand Star to power that awful machine. It looks like it's making something. We have to do something before the Grand Star's power is drained. Quick, find a way to stop that terrible machine. Okay, let's go. Another little mechanic. There we go. Click on the, I think they're called flip switches, and they'll transform. Turn off the flip switches on the floor to shut down this machine. Thank you for telling me literally everything. Don't get me wrong, I understand why tutorials are needed for certain things, but I can see that I'm clearly turning these on and off. So maybe you don't have to explain that to me. So, I don't know. You're gonna tell me I shouldn't run into the electricity? Oh, you don't give me a tutorial about that. Maybe I'll just run into there. Which I did, obviously, on purpose to prove a point. But, whatever. Let's just jump on this last one, and that will turn off the machine. Woo! Very cool looking. Like I said, the GameCube wasn't... the Wii wasn't a massive upgrade to the GameCube, but, like, this is a gorgeous Wii game. I love the way things look. The lighting is so good on Mario, and everything around it looks amazing. Boink! There we go. The Grand Star. And just like every other 3D Mario game, almost every other 3D Mario game, Power Stars, Shines, Power Moons. This game has regular Power Stars, but also Grand Stars. Grand Stars specifically are like your keys in Mario 64 that unlock the basement or the upstairs rooms. They allow you into the next world. But they also count as a star. So this does count as one out of, what number? 120, of course, Power Stars. So that is 1 out of 120. And I guess it powers this little miniature baby sun? I don't know. But here is our hub world, the Comet Observatory. Maybe not as cool as Delfino Plaza or as fun as Peach's Castle, but its vibe is wicked. I love it so much. The music is so good. It's fun. There's not a crazy amount of things to explore, and we'll do more exploring as we unlock more instead of right now, but it's still fun. That music is great. Get our star bit count. They keep your star bit count as you progress through the game. Unlike stars that reset after every level, their star bit matters. We've discovered a new galaxy, apparently. In the Terrace. Okay, cool. Very fun. Hello, Rosalina. The beacon is lit again. Gondor calls for aid. It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Lumas will survive now. Oh, thank you for saving the Grand Star. These star people are my family. They mean so much to me. Welcome to the Comet Observatory. It's my home and also home to the Lumas. You see, we travel the starry skies. We pass by this area once every 100 years. We suddenly stopped in front of this planet. A strange force has latched onto our ship, pulling away star bits and our power source, Power Stars. Our ship had lost power, so it entered a deep hibernation state in which it could not move. Those who took your special one picked up the Power Stars and discovered the power to cross the universe. Please, I have a request. Let me guess, is it get all 120 of them? This observatory uses star power to project images of the galaxies that are scattered across space. And there is a chance we can use our few remaining stars to look for other power stars. Those round rooms are called domes. We observe galaxies from domes such as these. But the only one that is working now, powered by the star power you restored, is this one, the Terrace. Please go to the Terrace and try to recover the power stars from the galaxies you can see from there. If we do that, we'll be able to restore the Comet Observatory's ability to fly like a starship. Then perhaps we can pursue the thieves who ran off with the power stars. Mario's like, sure, I guess. It's another adventure for me. But yeah, I love the sound on the glass, just cool. This is a nice little area to practice some basic maneuvers too, because it's all flat. There's no like regular, or sorry, it's more regular gravity. But we have, of course, our backflip. We have the like side flip. We have long jumps, which are really fun with gravity with this green launch star that doesn't do anything. And we of course have our double and triple jump. Very, very cool. Use that with gravity to do some crazy fun things. Anyways, this is the first world, the terrace. You'll see our little map of, oh, I guess we'll get to talk to this Luma first. Welcome, this dome acts as an eye of the observatory. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Once this Luna transforms into a pole star, he will guide you to those faraway galaxies. Simply point your cursor at the pole star and press A. If you lose sight of the cursor, you can reset with R. If you're playing in handle, I'm not playing with hand mode, blah, 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 blah. So yes, a pole star is another type of star. And instead of like launching you places, you just aim at it and grab it, and it will grab Mario and pull it towards it. It's pretty cool. This is the map. These are the galaxies that can be observed from this dome. The numbers represent their distance from the observatory. The bigger the number, the greater the distance. The more power stars you find, the farther you will be able to travel. Yes, that's what the numbers mean. We have 1 power star, so we can go here. And then there's 2 others that don't have a number, and we'll unlock them in different ways. But this one you'll need 3, and this one you'll need 8, and it's the shape of Bowser's head. My goodness. But we'll click on that. Reveal a new galaxy. So there are 5 or 6 worlds like this, and every galaxy is one of 2 kind of galaxies. A main galaxy, like Good Egg Galaxy, or a mini galaxy, probably like these 2. Main galaxies have like 6 or 7 stars to them. It looks like there's only 3, it only says 3 up there, but there are more later on in the game. And the mini galaxies pretty much usually only have 1 star. There are some exceptions, but there are, I believe, 15 big main galaxies. So it's similar to Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, where there's not like a crazy amount of levels, but there's enough that keeps you really busy. It's really fun. Let's go to the Good Egg. Hello, Luma. Yes, it's undeniable. We're detecting power star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy, but I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts. Please, evil energy readings. It's evil energy. If we find out that thing, we'll find Dr. Wowie. Here we go. First level, Good Egg Galaxy, Dino Piranha. Unlike Mario 64 and most of Sunshine, you are relegated to that 1 star that you've chosen. Because, unlike a lot of other Mario games, this is very much linear, and it's also like a one-way thing. Once I launch star off this weird little planet, gotta love that music, then you won't be able to come back unless you start the level again. So this is, yeah, our first real level. We get some really cool looking enemies, these like Goomba Octoroks. They're very cool. You can, like I said, throw star bits at them, or you can just spin at them if you want to. A lot of times they will drop star bits. If you jump on them, they'll drop coins instead. And here we can just kind of walk off, woo, and change the gravity. It is so much fun. It is so full of ideas. I remember when they announced Mario Galaxy, and people were like, oh, it's just gonna be space-based. But no, Nintendo allowed the space motif to mean basically anything. Here we're just seeing space for now, but we see some crazy ideas. Let's just jump off here, just see what gravity is gonna be like. Whoa! It's so neat. I love it. It's so much fun. Jump on here. We'll go inside the planetoid for a little mini game. Why not? Unlike Mario Odyssey, where everything gave you a power moon, this one, it's like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. Well, maybe not so much Mario Sunshine, more like Mario 64. The little goals will usually get you a 1-up. That's usually the best goal or reward you can get other than a power star, but the power stars are the full level, so you won't get one kind of in the middle of a level. In Mario Sunshine, they also had the blue coins. Thank God there are no blue coins in this game. It is just the power stars. That's all you need to get. You don't need to get a bunch of things. And for the most part, while I would say that the platforming can be somewhat difficult in this game because Mario's controls are a little wonky, what do you say? If you're tired and want to return to the observatory, oh yeah, I guess you can just be like, yeah, done. But I don't want to do that. Yeah, you can die a little bit because the controls can be a little wonky because, you know, it's 3D and weird gravity stuff, whatever. But getting every star and finding everything is a lot easier in this game than it, I'm not going to jump in that, a lot easier in this game than it is in like Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine, because there's not nearly as many hidden stars in this game, or at least they are hidden, but they're very easy to find, that kind of thing. There are also traditional question mark blocks, which we haven't seen in a 3D Mario game at this point, in release history, basically. Anyways, let's continue on. We'll kind of go up here, ignore you, Goomba, grab this launch star. Can I not? It's pretty far away. My friends are ahead, hurry! And you're going to turn into a little sling star. There we go. Shake, and then shake again. Whee! Like I said, you can't go back now. So, one ways, basically. Grab the star chips. Something you'll see a lot. Grab 5 star chips, create a launch star. Careful, these guys. You can actually destroy these blocks by, like, spinning into the red, gooey center, I guess. That's worth a decent amount of star bits, but I'm not going to take my chances too often to do that, because it can be fairly dangerous. Oh, there is the other one. Be careful of the mud, it will slow you down, obviously. There we go, on to the next planetoid. Not every level is exactly like this, where it's just planetoid after planetoid after planetoid. They do like to mix up a lot in this game, and I love that about it. You're never doing the same thing for too long. Let's take you out. Piranha plants are weird in this game, because you absolutely can just jump on them, which is not... Oh, come on, man. Mario's controls are so odd in this game, I find. Yeah, you can jump on piranha plants, which is not a thing in a 2D Mario game, but it is in a 3D one for some reason. But it creates these vines, which I will do in a second, because I want to get this. Just some extra star bits, really. And waggle, 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 waggle. Next little area, which is an apple, it looks like. Yeah, it's like an eaten apple. That's kind of a neat idea. Careful. Oh my god, this music is so good. The musician, or the composer for the music, I should probably get their name on screen or something. But they were worried, and they were talking to Koji Kondo, the guy who made like the original Mario music. He's like, I don't know how to make Mario-style music. Like, what if this sounds so different and people don't like it? And he was like, don't worry about that. Just make what you want, and then, you know, I'll be the judge of that. And he made an incredible soundtrack. Now, do I want to go in there? There's actually a... let's see. Where does this go? Where's the next one? You know what? There's a different way off of this apple planet. Let's see if I can... I might die if I jump. Oh, I'm at a bad angle. Let's try to make this jump. Let's try to long jump. This might kill me. Made it. Anyways, right down here where we started, there's actually a different way to complete this planetoid. Figure we'll try it out. You see that little piranha plant over there. Also, you only have 3 hits instead of 8, which is different for a Mario game. So while I think overall this game can be a little bit easy, depending, it doesn't give you as many hits as you have in other... Yeah, that was death. Damn you, piranha plant. You ruined it. You ruined it for me. But we start right there. I think you start on the planetoid that you start off with, that you were at, I mean. Try that again. Let's try that again. Careful. Let the camera change. I'm gonna spin while I do that. There we go. I'll teach you. But yeah, only 3 hits means you're a lot more fragile in this game. Here we got some more flip switches. Just another little way of beating that planetoid. It's kind of neat that there's somewhat multiple paths. Definitely want you. Thank you. And bam. And we'll launch back to our main path. It's a fun little area. Up to where we would have gone if we had gone up that vine. Oh, get out of the sand, though. So, this being a more modern game than what I usually play, actually this year I've been playing a lot more modern, by modern I mean like 2005 onwards, it means there's a lot of, like, I don't know, a lot of time in between levels and stuff that make the game feel a little lengthy for no reason. So episodes are going to be a half an hour for this game, instead of my usual 20 minutes, which I've been doing a little bit this year, which is fine by me. Take you out, there we go. And I think we're going to fight our first boss now. Oh yes, make sure to get that pointer ready when you fly around the sky, so you can get some really good star bits. Here we go, our first boss, we'll call it a day. Boink. Oh, what is that? Well, we know that this level was called, well, the level's called Good Egg Galaxy, but the name of the star is Dino Piranha, and there is that Dino Piranha, which is a pretty cute design. And you beat him like how you unlock the boss, actually. You just gotta smack into his tail. And this is another mechanic that I actually used to defeat a piranha plant earlier in the level. Get those star bits too, why not? Oh, geez, wow, you're coming after me fast, wow! Get a coin. Ah, I wanted a coin. Ooh, that's close, okay. There we go, much, much better. The bosses can be slightly more difficult just because of the fragility of Mario. There we go, and boink, that was it. So what did we do today? Well, we failed Princess Peach, we traveled into the cosmos, we promised the impossible to a weird god lady, and we killed a baby. All in a day's work for Mario. Fantastic. Our first regular star, I guess, which is still, you know, our second star in total. Just get some star bits, why not? You want a lot of them. Mind you, if you play casually, you're still going to get enough to do everything you need. Boink. Oh, missed it. There we go. Love that. You got a star. Fantastic. We go right back to the dome. We have a little tutorial on how to deal with star bits, which is not necessary, but it's fine, whatever. High score. Ooh, 2 whole coins. Those stars are star bits. To Lumas, they are the tastiest, most delectable treats imaginable. Aim your thing and point at them, blah, 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 blah. Once you have some, shoot them with the cursor. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to do a little tutorial on how to gather and shoot at them. Why don't you try it out? Aim at me and feed me star bits. And we'll grab these. And then you just hold the button. You'll just constantly shoot them. There we go. Mmm, tasty. Let's call those little morsels my feed for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or feed them to a hungry Luma. Either way, I'm sure star bits will be a big help on your adventure. But there we go! Guys and gals, we are playing Super Mario Galaxy, one of the best Mario games out there. This is going to be so much fun. We're going for all 120 stars because of course we are. Why wouldn't we? But with that, I'm Phil in the Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.